You are tuned into the hippest radio station in the Tri-City area, WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat radio program, dedicated to bringing you the latest in musical talent from our very own West Michigan area. This program is underwritten by City Farmer and Quality Hardwood Floor Installation. I'm Dave Palmer, your host of Walk the Beat. Today we are at the Third Coast Recording Company with Jude Lally, a good friend of mine, another good friend, Eliza Russ, and they are two of the three people in Mancat.
Yep, that's us.
What's up, Jude?
I'm really tired.
Yeah, you've been up since 6:30. Wow. And Elijah, how you doing today?
I'm good.
You dragging in too.
Yeah,
you were dragging in here.
Yeah, I was.
Two good friends. I'm so glad that I've met you through music.
We're so happy to have met you too.
Yeah.
I've known you
thanks,
since
man.
I was like 14.
I know,
good.
but it's all been through music.
Yeah.
But it's been great. You know, you guys are a couple of young guys. I don't know, you guys, what, 21?
I'm 21. He's 23. Just turned 23.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you remembered.
Yeah.
I was at your birthday party.
Oh, how nice. Hey, and then we also have Caleb Van Dyke is also in your trio.
Yep.
Trio.
It's Blue's
And-
cousin.
Yeah, drumming. Drumming. We got Elijah, you're playing lead guitar, and Jude on the bass. So, and I love this new CD. And there's no doubt, I told you guys, I said, you know what, out of all the music that I've been hearing coming in, I dig this stuff. And I'm
Right
going,
on.
if I was going to manage anybody, it would be this group. I really like the way you guys are putting this together. You know,
Thanks.
I love lead guitar stuff. And of course, Jude, you're putting this, he's an animal on the bass and he loves it. I'm surprised you don't have one in your hand right now. So,
I think Caleb too. I mean, like, just great foundation.
Right,
I mean,
right.
one of the best drummers I've ever gotten to play with, gotten to see. You know.
and all three of you are very nice people, by the way. That's what I
Thanks.
like about you. You know, you're really into this for the music.
No, it definitely helps too. I mean, kind of. You know, it helps and it hurts with some things. Like, you know, you're trying to be super productive, but you want to be nice to your friends too.
Yeah, you know, and because just like every other band or anytime, I don't care what you're doing. I
Well,
don't care
yeah,
if you're going to plant
business,
corn.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you know, to try to get three people together is tough. You know, that's why I kind of like this trio thing because it's easier than four people.
Yeah, and there's nothing like a good power trio. Like, let's
Yeah,
be
man.
real, you know.
And you guys really do nail it. You know,
Thanks.
we've got three great songs for everybody to listen to today. So I guess let's. What's a good question for you, Jude? You know, Jude, I met you actually through our sound engineer, who happens to be absent today, Blue Van Dyke. Met you at a open mic at Seven Steps Up.
Yeah.
And he goes to me, he goes, "Hey man, you ought to hear these three guys." And that was a trio too.
Right. Well, yeah.
Was it?
It was, but just because we didn't have a drummer at the time.
Oh, you didn't even
So
have a drummer then.
It was
Well,
just by design that it was a trio.
Yeah, I don't think I ever seen you with a drummer. And I tell you what, that was Games for May when he saw you guys. And to tell you the truth, I absolutely still loved it. I still listen to that four song EP that you guys put out. I do. When I'm cleaning that garage, that's what I'm listening to. But regardless of that, I got to meet you through that and came over to the greenhouse, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah. You and Nate Dill at that time.
Right, and that's how I met Caleb too, because when we were looking for a drummer, we knew Blue from Seven Steps Up, and that's his cousin, and he recommended us to him and vice versa.
Nice. How sweet was that? Now, where are you from, Jude?
Enterprise, Alabama.
Enterprise, Alabama, same town as your friend Matt Williams, which is a funny story. Now, how did you end up here?
Needed a different outlook, approach to life, whatever. Doesn't sound cheesy at all. I needed
You know, move away from home.
to get away from 19 years of that.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything you want to try to do with music there, but in Michigan,
Are they kind of are they getting on you? Like, I mean, I'm not even. Maybe it doesn't look like you want me to ask her any more questions about that.
No, you're fine. Who's getting on to me?
Well, I mean, you can't do your music stuff there. Is that because nobody else is playing, or are they?
No,
are
it's
they-
because it's a one-horse town. And
Oh, is it a very little spot out?
Yeah, it's not. You can't get famous there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
as opposed to here, especially. No.
Right. I mean, you feel that there's a lot of music. But how would you get to Michigan? Did you say, well, I got to go to Michigan?
Well,
That's
my
where the music-
grandparents lived here, and I asked to come live with them.
Oh, there you go. And that's really where you're at now, isn't it?
That's
Over here in
still
Fruitport?
where I currently am. Yeah.
Oh, nice. They're out down in Florida or something, aren't they?
I don't know anymore.
Well, what are they touring on the weekend? or what?
They have a place in Texas, and
there you go.
they'll go to Canada and Alabama and kind of travel. And
Yeah.
they'll say they were supposed to be back months ago, and I keep asking them, and they keep saying, "Well, we'll be back in a couple of weeks." And
Is it as long as you're there, we're gone? Is that what the thing is? That's pretty nice setup.
no, I'm not complaining about
Yeah,
it. so.
yeah. How sweet is that?
It is pretty sweet over
And
there.
now you're actually you have roots, Elijah, in Texas also, don't you?
Yeah, well, I was born in Holland and lived there until about 4, and we moved down when I was 5
To Texas?
To Texarkana, Texas. Yep.
Yeah.
I was there till I was 11. My brother was like, "I'm moving up there," and I was like, "Well, I'm going too, I guess."
Oh,
so we
nice,
started.
nice.
I started middle school here, and Riley did his last year of 5th grade, and
Yeah.
we've been here ever since.
Yeah, Roddy was at the greenhouse last night practicing with Nate.
Oh, you mean Sky King?
Are they gonna call it Sky King?
I think
That's
they.
awesome.
I actually was talking to them about that, and I think it's going to maybe change. I told him, I'm not going to say anything.
That's the
Sky
last
King.
thing I heard.
He did bring up, because I asked him, what are you guys calling yourself? And he goes, Nate's going Sky King, and I can see Riley going, yeah, Sky King. Already just two people, and they can't figure it out. That's why I say every time you put another person in a band, it's a whole nother attitude coming along with it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, which is all part of band life. All part of
Absolutely.
band life, and it does teach, as I'm always reverting back to kids. And as far as I'm concerned, you guys are pretty young compared to me, so you're all, you're all kids to me. But I
Physically.
love you guys. Yeah. But they learn to work. You learn to work together with people through music. You learn that there is other attitudes and there's other goals, but together you can still meet a goal. Mm-hmm. And you guys are really putting together some great stuff. And let's get them to hear some of this. All right.
Right on.
This first one is Take Some Time.
Yep.
And you guys have composed this, and the whole works is all yours, right?
Yep. All 3 of these songs are all ours.
All Man Cat. Mm-hmm. Man Cat. And we'll get onto that in a minute.
Yeah.
But who are you doing the lyrics? Are you all working on the lyrics?
I'm doing the lyrics, most of the arranging, you know. But we'll go into practices, and I'll be like, I have this idea. Sure. Let's loop it, and then he'll start doing, something cool on the bass, and I'm like, keep that, and all that stuff. So it kind of just becomes this collage of ideas.
Everybody putting their stuff together.
Yeah, and then we'll do a rough recording on my iPhone, and I'll take it home and I'll send it to them and listen to it and figure out, oh, this part doesn't work here, or this could be a good flow if we did this little thing here, and then add it in next time around. And,
Sure. Well, all right then. Let's listen to Take Some Time by Man Cat.
we're coming for you now. Now listen close, brother. I tell you there's no other way to bring us home. And you know I want you home, but you won't take some time to listen to my words, to let me show you everything we're worth. We're not the ones who need to fear. So clear up your head and dry your tears, 'cause we're coming for you now.
You are tuned in to WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat. We are with Mancat, and that was Take Some Time. Hey, man. You guys like to get it. I love that stuff.
We
I
like to
love
rock.
that stuff. We got a couple more coming up, and the last one we're putting on here is my favorite that's going to have today. That's a gas. And I love watching you guys perform too. It's not just the music. You guys actually just look killer.
Thanks.
While you're playing, man, you're just going out there having a riot. I mean, you can tell that you love your stuff while you're rocking.
well,
You're really into it.
Well, we communicate with each other, non-verbally on stage and while we practice and stuff. So it's like, I don't know, it's just a good relationship. It keeps it fun. We try and, practice how we're going to play.
Sure.
So if we're like all looking at each other and all in tune to all of it, it's
So,
keeps it good.
is there anything going on? I mean, is there a reason you wrote this song the way you did?
It was one of the first ones that we did. I have had falling outs with different people in the community, my family.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine it.
Right? I know.
going,
I'm
man.
such a nice guy, right?
You are a nice guy. I
No,
was telling your brother that last night. I go, you know what? You and your brother are a couple of nice people. I really like you guys. So keep going. I'm sorry.
Personalities clash, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
humans just clash, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what it's about. It's like, wow, just take some time to like hear each other out and like actually like have a equally listenable conversation. Does that make sense?
So is that what Take Some Time is about?
Yeah.
Just take a breath.
Yeah.
Take some time and let's get to know each other and rock out.
Yeah, pretty much,
I love it.
Like saying we both have things to say that are important.
You're right. You're
You
right.
know,
You and me have, for those, I'm sure a lot of you people know that Elijah's also the producer of the show, and he's my right-hand man in Walk the Beat. And we do have a lot of heart-to-heart talks about that kind of stuff, how we're trying to bring people together through music.
Yeah.
This is just another example of how music can help us relate to each other and get on the same page. It doesn't have to be the complete same page, but we have overlapping things that we can talk to about each other to keep life going on in a straight or an orderly fashion of some type.
Yeah.
So where's Caleb today? He's working?
Yeah, he's working.
Man, he
he's
seems
cutting
like
meat. He's like this hardcore, like kind of metal drummer. He's just really tasty, and he cuts meat, and he's just the coolest.
Is
dude
that what he
ever.
does for a
He just
living now?
cuts meat and drums.
Where does he cut meat at?
At Frank's,
Right
Oh,
up,
does he?
right up
Does
the
he?
road. Yeah,
Right up the road. Yeah. So maybe he'll throw a steak out the back door for us or
Right.
something, man. Hey, keep it, listen in.
Trying to get
listen.
some of those flat iron steaks. You ever had one of those?
No. Oh, yeah, I've had one before. Yeah, but not
Tender.
Nice. How about you, Jude? You're looking awful serious over there. What's going on with you?
I'm just listening, man.
Now, you also have a job during the day.
Correct.
I'm not going to ask you where you work, but I mean...
No, I'll promote it. It's Charlie's Philly Steaks.
There you go. I don't know if you can, but you know, the thing is that we all have to have jobs. Most of the musicians that work with the Walk the Beat are they're working also. They got full-time jobs. They just haven't been able to, you know, there's only a handful of people that can commit to being professional musicians because there's just not enough slots all the time for everybody to make a living.
You can't make a living doing it anymore. Like, there's just no way. It's
Yeah.
a dead career. It used
Well,
to.
I don't know about dead.
Well,
Come on, man. I got
not
to get you
totally.
to turn your attitude
I know.
around, my buddy.
No,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
We're
it's
creating
It's
spots
near
for 'em.
impossible though for
It's
people
tough.
who like back 30 years ago, anybody could have in a good
Maybe
enough
got something
band.
going on,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, people were getting paid $1,000 a night. You play
Yeah.
all weekend,
Right.
and that pays your bills.
Right.
Doesn't work like that anymore.
I know. But a lot of even the old ones, until somebody actually wrote them a big check. We're living in vans and living in friends' places.
Yep.
Friends like Jack Clark, Marianne Fisher, they're still letting people, hang out at their house while they're coming through on tour. Rick Van Wielden, of course, we meet a lot of people through him because he's always had his hand out to all these musicians, which is what we're trying to do is put the hand out to you guys right now. And now let's talk about Mancat a little bit more. I mean, of course, a lot bit more, but I love the visual. You guys have your own. What is it?
An illustrator.
Yeah.
We have an illustrator out at Grand Rapids. It's Quinn Hunter.
Right.
Works at the Bitter End Coffee House, and it's called Insomnia Head Art on Facebook. If you ever have an interest in who does it or need,
But let's,
He's for hire.
Yeah, if you, but you're on. How do we have you displayed on our website? Are you on the? Is Mancat up on our walkthebeat.org?
No, not yet. We're waiting to get one of the videos so I can put it on there too.
All right, but do you have your artwork on there at all? Like you're playing?
Not on the website.
Let's do that.
We
Let's
will.
get you up on there
We'll put it up
because
there.
I love the artwork. The artwork
Thanks.
of Mancat. You got some cool stuff going on. Folks, check it out when you get a chance.
Yeah, Caleb actually sketched that out, and it was just like lines on a white blank piece of paper.
This looks like a cat. This is a cat that hangs out in the shadier parts of town, let's just say. And you could tell he's been on a rough road and still on a rough road, which I think demonstrates exactly, a musician's life.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, we really have a good feeling about this group, and
Yeah.
like we've all kind of been in that spot where Mancat is at right now.
Right, right.
He's still kind of trying to get out of that and using this to get out of it.
Right, gotcha.
I mean, like all great ideas, most of them start with a drink. Most times,
Yeah.
let's be real,
Somebody's sitting down across the table going, "What do you think, man?"
Yep.
Yeah.
My life needs
There's a
to
lot-
change
yeah.
right now.
There's good things come out of that. There's a lot of bad things that come out of that
Absolutely.
too. Like,
If you don't
hey, what do you
change.
think, man?
Yeah.
That cat could go either way.
Yeah.
Mancat could go either way as far as that illustration goes.
Yeah.
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 So,
But that's where we're at right now, though. Like
Right.
it
You bet.
really could go either way if we don't keep putting everything we have into it.
Right.
Then it could just all go away and be nothing.
Well, what do you think, Jude? What do you think of this whole thing that you're putting together? Now, this is I've seen you in about 3 different. I mean, you're also a gun for hire with Matt Williams. I mean, you're doing country one day, you're doing prog rock the next day, you're doing heavy metal someday. I mean, you're all over the place with which is great that you're able to jump in with anything. But what are you bringing to this whole thing?
Well, my opinion about this band, just from being in so many different groups,
Right.
it like with what he said, it kind of starts the same and everything like that. But like with Caleb, or he's quite a beautiful guy or whatever, because we've seen him, in the past couple of months play instruments we didn't know he could play. He's an amazing singer.
Piano?
I know he walked in here, none of us knew, and all of a sudden he's knocking out these classical music off of this piano. You're going, who is this guy?
I mean, it's totally self-taught, just like...
Is he all self-taught, really?
Yeah.
There's something about that Van Dyke family.
They are. Isn't it crazy? They're like
Blue
these like
too, man.
secret, these like secret weapons.
Yeah, I mean, you be talking, all of a sudden Blue will pull out a trombone, yeah? How about this? You go, what? Where'd that come from, man?
Well, see, that's the other thing about it, too, with Caleb still, is that he's just an interesting person in general.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't just mean with just instruments or anything like that.
Right.
He's just kind of he's just a really good friend. He's an interesting friend to have.
Good.
I honestly don't think he would ever lie about anything. I'm just saying, like, on and off the instrument or whatever, he's a beautiful guy. Mm-hmm. And but with this band, what I was getting at was that there's something about this that, not saying it because we're all here now or whatever, that there's something about this where it's like it has to work.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not going to work.
You really bring the energy to it. There's no doubt about it. I love the way you guys just get going. And it's not just straight up 4-bar. You are really producing it and bringing flavor to your music. And we're going to share some more of it right now. Right. In fact, this next one's called I Would.
Yeah. This one's a little bit different. This was the very first song that we wrote. I came like with this like jazzy kind of idea, and then towards the end of it, you can kind of hear where we're starting to go with the rest of our music. It totally changes, but if there has to be a radio single, it is I Would.
All right, and you know what? I would bet on it. So let's hear I Would by Mancat.
Listen up, my love. I've done some nasty things to you. But if I could take them back and change your point of view, I would. You know I would. I just hope it's not too late to make some peace with you. And I know it's a long, hard road to rebuild with you. But you know I would. You gave so much to me, and I let you down. But if I could find a way to turn this ship around, I would. You know I would. I just hope
You are tuned in to WAWL 103.5. This is Dave Palmer. I am the host of the Walk the Beat program. We're here with Mancat. That last song was I Would. Mm-hmm. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Hey, somebody's calling us. Hey, what's really nice about that, and shortly everybody will be able to see that because you've also done a music video with that one.
Yeah, our whole EP has videos for all of it.
Nice,
Dave spent the
nice.
entire day. Dave Darling.
Dave Darling, our man.
Spent the whole day with us just hanging out, getting
Right,
some
right.
awesome footage. I mean, we've seen like little bits of it. John Van Oss is doing the editing for it. Doug, who's
Right.
working on the building,
right,
it's
right.
his nephew.
His nephew
Yeah.
came, started working as David's, what do they call it? Just guy helping you out? Intern? Is he an actual intern?
Mm-hmm.
He's more than an intern.
More than an
He's
intern.
professional.
Nice.
Yeah, he.
Donating his time, so we're
Excellent.
really happy to have him on board.
You know, there's so many nice people around here, and we want to thank John
Yep.
Vanoss and Doug Vanoss, actually.
Yeah.
'Cause he's been really pitching in for Walk the Beat, too, and the Third Coast Music Studio.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all wonderful. In fact, right
is
after we
so
get done with
cool.
this, you're going to be looking at the video, aren't you?
Yeah,
have
I've
you seen it before?
I've seen one of them for I Would so far,
Okay,
but it
all right.
wasn't all the way done yet. I think Dave
Nice.
still wanted to do some finishing touches on it.
Right.
And I'm just so impressed. Like having audio and video is so important. That's why we've been holding out on releasing all this stuff for
Right.
so long. I
Right.
want people to see it. It's so
I
important.
know
to
it.
me,
I
you know?
believe that too. I think video really puts the power to the music. I
Yeah.
mean, music is great. You can listen to it on the radio, but when you actually get to watch the people performing it and the whole works, and Dave's been doing a great job from us from D Square Creative. I love it. I love it.
For hire.
For hire, Jude. Does it change you guys? Does it change your performance when you're under? I'm sure it doesn't, but it feels a little different when somebody's recording you visually, also.
Okay, yeah. You know whenever you play music and then there's a girl in the room,
Yeah.
it's just like that. You're trying to show off for the one girl.
Yeah, you're very aware of yourself.
We're doing
yeah.
we're doing this for chicks.
Yeah. I hope Jordan doesn't hear that. You've already got.
I don't think Jordan would
chicks.
care.
Jordan, whatever, Jude. Yeah.
Jeez.
Who I also love, Jordan, your girlfriend. I really enjoy having her come up to the greenhouse whenever she can.
Yeah, I
she's
love her
awesome.
too.
So what are you guys' influences? How did you end up with this style of music in your life?
Man, so many different avenues. I mean, I grew up on like smooth jazz and soul. I would wake up to it in the morning. I lived with my dad. My dad does
right.
the Sunday program.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
will
he
hear
said-
it tomorrow.
God, everybody's in a hurry today. That's that is a big no for a video guy, and that was Dave Darling's phone. So, hey, Jude, will you hand me that piece of paper? Yeah. Thanks, man. Look, I'm making our guest work right in the middle of this interview. So I'm sorry. What were you saying before that
Hold on,
telephone
let's wait
call?
till everybody gets all. I don't.
Hey, thanks, man. I
don't know.
appreciate it. Look, I'm too lazy to go over there. I wasn't going to break up the set here.
God, what were we talking about?
We're talking about your influences.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Of course, your dad,
Yeah.
Lou Russ, who
Okay, yeah.
plays all over the place.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
the smoothness in my soul is definitely from hearing that growing up
Yeah,
constantly
yeah.
and being around my dad. I mean,
Right.
if you know Lou Russ, you
Yeah.
love Lou Russ.
And he's into that smooth
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is Lou Russ.
Yeah.
Now this next song, you go, hey, Lou, that is smooth.
Yeah. And then, I mean, reggae in high school,
Was it?
lots of metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't until later that I started getting into like funk, like Parliament and all
Right,
that stuff,
right.
Then the jam band scene when back in 2012 when I was
Yeah.
just getting done with high school,
Right.
so, and then that kind of introduced me to the collage of music that
Right.
could be.
You really threw it
know?
together. I love that. I wouldn't think I would have, but I love the heavy metal influence for everything that like Jude has been around, like Nate Dill when plays, and when you can put it on there. I would not have thought that I'd like it, but what they've actually done is kind of, or you guys have done, is made it into some just great guitar licks and heavy bass.
Yeah, like,
that who doesn't like that combo?
well, we want it to be accessible for as many people as
right,
possible.
right. I mean, it does bring it into the mainstream a little bit. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, yeah. Because
To
if
where
it's
it's
overly abrasive, no one wants to
So
listen to it. Yeah,
so we can actually listen to it.
Yeah.
No, hey, I love the heavy. I'm not counting out anybody.
Right.
But how about you, Jude? Who's made you play the way you are playing right now?
Chris Squire from Yes, Bert Shelley from Budgie, Greg Lake from King Crimson, at least in that period.
Right.
Cliff Burton from Metallica, Geddy Lee, and Jaco Pastorius too. That obviously that's stereotypical bass stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
a couple of them are, but it's mainly, I guess, for the reason maybe everybody else wants to get into it is because the way that they played was like a different spectrum of playing
Right.
or whatever. Like whenever we're playing together, there's times where him and I come together like that, but most of the time that's all it ever is. Instead of having it like this, it goes like this, where I'm over here doing this, but it
Still messes.
you know, we're
Still works.
not him and I are here as far as that, and the bass player's not here and this kind of thing, and it's none of that kind of stuff, and
Right.
and it just it's really easy to use this as a third appendage or like a fountain pen kind of thing, you know, using that instrument like most people who I'm influenced by used it.
Nice. I don't
That's
know
a
if I followed
great way to
all
put
that
it.
or not. Is that good?
Yeah,
that
that
worked
was
out
good.
good. I don't know if we're going to need the visuals on that or not. So you know he's going like this and like that.
I like that it was weird.
Well, you got it in spades, my friend.
All right.
Well,
just
I mean,
kidding
but you have to love
You
the
know,
greats,
I love this. I love you guys, and what I really like is that you can tell that's a good lead-in for this next song because I love the way and part of this, and it's almost hard to hear it, but the bass and the lead guitar player are playing right on top of each other at some points in this next song, and visually it looks wonderful and it just sounds great to me, but it's hard for I think an actual listener without being able to see you perform it at the same time realize how tough this is.
Yeah.
And how this timing has got to be Johnny on the spot,
Yep.
man. But you guys knock it out like crazy.
Thanks.
So here we go. I want to get to this. That Ariba song.
Yeah.
And
This is like your favorite one.
it is my favorite
You
song.
named this song.
Oh,
actually,
did I? Well, good. Well,
unknowingly.
thanks, because I seen them playing this song, and then you'll see why it's called Ariba. And I'm just happy every time I hear this song, and it's really produced. I mean, you've put thought into this, and you've put the dynamics into it, and you put the flavor in it, and I think you've come out with a good product. So,
Thanks.
Hey, everybody, let's listen to that Ariba song by Mancat.
All right.
Thank
You are tuned in to WAWL 103.5. This is Walk the Beat. That was Mancat, and that was the Ariba song, which I absolutely love, man.
Yeah, us
Absolutely
too.
love it.
It's fun.
And by the way, I'm Dave Palmer. I'm the host of Walk the Beat. And I guess I'm supposed to say that once or twice more every now and then. But you guys are always, I just love having you guys hanging out, man. You practice a lot at the greenhouse, which I really enjoy you guys out there. All I ever have to keep saying is, hey, you know, don't tick off my neighbors. You can turn it down a notch.
But you haven't heard anything from the neighbors yet, have
No.
you?
But I mean, that one day, I was in my house, which is 200 foot away from you, and I'm going, it's either the drum or the bass shaking the window,
Yeah.
you know, because,
Ooh.
so, I mean, it does get a little, but that's all right, man. You got to practice.
Yeah, and we appreciate you putting us up, man, because
Yeah, we have to.
yeah.
You know, and of course you're going to be playing around. We you know, people can check you out on our website. But do you guys have a website yet?
We're working on it. Like I said, I mean, we have it all built. I've played around with some of it.
Do you
last
know
night.
do you know your how to get a hold of the Mancat website?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to promote is that everyone that I tell about the group that does ask that similar question is that they can go to my page, which I always am talking about at this point, Mancat on the page to say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how much longer we have
Jude
till
Lally,
this comes out.
Your
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's JUDE.
'Cause once the web-
LOLLEY, correct?
Yes, LOLLEY.
Yeah.
But once the website comes out and the Facebook
Sure.
page, Instagram, album, any of that stuff like that,
Right.
whether it be stickers, shows, anything we're doing, it's going to be there
Right,
immediately.
Right. Jude Lally. Check him out on Facebook. That'll get you to Mancat.
And that's actually my project for today. We got our photos done at the greenhouse. Bob Walma
Oh, nice,
did them.
nice.
Yep,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now I'm like finishing.
Oh, that was at the greenhouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, I mean that's where we
Utilize
play,
it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
and
man.
it's a great backdrop, you know.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
We really have had some great times up there, man.
Yeah.
Lots of good memories already coming out of the greenhouse.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't talk too much about it, but it's kind of a little secret.
It's
At times. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in, and
man.
let's give a big shout to Caleb Van Dyke also, who couldn't make it today.
Hey,
Love
Caleb.
you, Caleb.
Yeah, man, he's a
My
great
soul
drummer.
brother.
Yes.
I don't love you.
And he's always working. Not that way. Hey, so I want to thank everybody. Who am I thanking? Oh, I want to thank our underwriters, City Farmer, Quality Hardwood Floor Installation. And I also want to thank Bill Chrysler for letting us use the studio here at Third Coast Recording Company. Of course, Dave Darling for our videography, D Squared Creative. I want to thank Elijah, the producer. I still want to thank Blue Van Dyke, who couldn't make it today, but he's down picking up a truck. And who else we got to thank? Hey, let's thank WAWL for letting us be on their radio show. Eric Kalin has done a great job. And I want to thank everybody for listening. And remember, everybody, listen local.
The Walk the Beat radio show is recorded in Grand Haven, Michigan. Production and engineering provided by Blue Van Dyke. Featuring your host, Dave Palmer.